Alright, this video is titled, I'm proud to not be an athlete. Just want to make this video to give inspiration to the people who may not be too athletic, and I think there's a lot of downfalls to just being an athlete, and it's not for me. I think that it is very one-dimensional. If you think about our times back in high school, where there's a lot of cliques and separations, putting people in certain categories. They would say that there's the jocks, the athletes and the cheerleaders, and these people, they call them jocks. The people in that group, and then you got the so-called intellectual, so-called nerds that are the intellectuals, and I think that's what gives me an appeal to Bruce Lee a lot, was that he's not an athlete, and he's not just of value, at least to me, because he was athletic, and he was fit and he was fast, but his intelligence is what made him very unique, and his spirituality. It's essentially, he was pretty much like a nerd, but an athletic nerd, and that's what made him so different than just the regular athlete who's good at football, basketball, boxing, wrestling, and that's just all he's known for, or just a fighter, somebody who's just strong and that's it, and there's a lot of value to being very intelligent, and I think that's, it's being lost nowadays because people are so focused on the physical, and they're giving these athletes so much attention, and these entertainers and whatnot. But you gotta sit back and look at the big picture and see some of these intellectuals and some of the things that they've been able to accomplish, which is way beyond a lot of these athletes. If you look at somebody like Bill Gates, or Steve Jobs, or the person, the founder of Facebook. I mean, these are essentially all nerds, Warren Buffett. I mean, these are intellectuals who achieved an immense amount of success from their intelligence. And what made it really appealing to me because of Bruce Lee was because of his books. His movies, okay, they're great, but his movies didn't transform me. What transformed me were his books, and that is intelligence. What transformed me was his intelligence and his spirituality and his meditativeness, and that's what made him truly unique in my eyes. His athleticism, his greatness in his physical abilities, and his mastery over technique was just a part of the overall picture, but really it was his intelligence, his intelligence and his spirituality that is of great value to me, and that's what I think people need to remember to develop within themselves, and not just be so fixated on the physical.